Wouldn't it be fun, and some would say futuristic, to have something sitting on your desk, a little toy, that needed no batteries, no solar. All you have to do would be to place your finger onto it to switch it on, to energize it. And then what you get is his lights flashing. No antenna, no ground, nothing connected. And he's running. In this video, I'll show you how to make this one. Welcome back to this small work table, and today I want to do something fun. It's been a goal of mine to just have something on the desk that I can touch and it'll light up, that sort of thing. No batteries required, no solar, no nothing. Just touch the thing and it'll start to run. So what we have here is the circuit from a previous video that uses an AV plug for the input for the harvesting. And as a demonstration of this one, I'll just put my finger on there, and if we have a look, there we go. It's actually running, it's harvesting energy. And this will work whenever the power is connected. I've got the monitor on here, I've got this computer on here, and I've also got the lamp on at the moment. But just generally sitting on any old desk at all, and you'll be able to harvest energy. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. And that's what I've been focusing on the past couple of weeks. What I want to do now is to move that circuit into that guy there. So the first thing to do will be to convert this to be better suited to the base here. I don't know if it's going to work with this plate rather than copper. I've also used in the past, rather than solid copper, I've used this kind of plate material here. You have a look at that, it's very, very thin. It's more like a coating of copper. But anyway, I don't know if it's going to work with this, which appears to be aluminium. So that's the first thing, convert it such that the metal plate here is instead that aluminium plate there. While I'm waiting for the soldering iron to warm up, here are all the screws that I had from the YS200 synthesizer that I repaired. And what I think I'll try and do is find one that might go into one of these holes, and then I'll be able to hold the wire into there. That'll make a nice secure connection. So I'll look through these. And yes, this one seems to go in well. It turns fine, so I should be able to use that. It's this type over here. Alright, so I've now screwed that onto there. Yes, it's a good secure fit. And if I put this piece of paper between the two and I press, do we get output? That is the main test really. Oh, yes we do. Yes we do. Right, next I'm going to try different types of LED. I would like him to have two eyes. That would be the best option. I did get quite a few recently. I bought some SMDs and all sorts. I did get a comment saying that more modern SMD type of LEDs are more efficient. The greens worked okay, but other colours were they weren't even as good, I don't think, as usual 5mm. I have found that these that have got red ones appear to work about the best, so I think I'll probably end up with those, but I will try some others, and I'll come back when I know which LEDs I want to use. But I'll take that one out, replace with two, and see how that works in comparison to the last test. Well, this has all been very interesting. I've found out that parallel LEDs do work much better than series. I've tried various different types of LED and I have actually come back to these red ones here. They are the best. So, if I hold this piece now, let me have a look at the flashing. There we go. It's not too bad at all. I mean, obviously better in this lower light, but just as bright as one it would seem, and that's when they're in parallel. That was a good finding. Oh, I did also find during all this that another different type of screw, that one, did work even better, even tighter connection. So yeah, I was pleased about that. I managed to pull the wire off earlier. Anyway, next thing, get this fella open. Let's have a look inside. Now this is something that used to make a noise. It used to give some kind of robot effects and things by pressing the front. I converted it, well, I think about a year ago, so she would have motion sensing instead. The video only got about 35 views, so there's nothing lost in well, using this, reusing this again. But that's why there's two wires hanging out the back. I was looking for screws as well, and there are none, so I should just be able to pull this apart. And yes, that was very easy. The arms came away, this came away. So there's that circuit that I did with the sensor. Interestingly enough, the face part here at the top, you can see through it. You can see through there. So that gave me the idea of reusing it to put the LEDs behind. Whether I can see them or not, I don't know yet. You'll be finding out when I do. But yeah, that's why I've decided to use this, because even though it looks black, it is actually somewhat transparent. Anyway, the next thing will be to remove this circuitry, and I think I'll focus on putting things on this side of the bodywork. There we go, everything's removed. So, good clean slate now. I'll start putting things together on this side. Now, to keep the LEDs in place, I've used a cotton bud stick. I've cut that down with pliers, and I'm just going to glue that other side, but I'm using super glue to do so. And what that should allow also is that because the stick runs through the LEDs, I'll be able to change their angle slightly if it's not correct. The next part to this is, because I've now got those lights in there, got the circuit in there, I was going to run the wires down the back, but then I thought, well, I'll have to glue onto the back and it might look a little, you know, a little bit ugly. So I think what I'm going to do is open him back up and drill some little holes in the back of the feet, and then the wires can come out there. That should tidy it up some. There we go, that was simple enough. A little bit of Sharpie maybe to blacken them out. There's one. Yeah, fine. Now I'll put the wires through there instead. There we go. Much better, very clean. So, next thing, stick them to the base. Next I'll cut out this little piece of collector plate, and I'll get some solder on that and then connect up the two wires. Well, I called it a collector plate, I mean a touch plate really I suppose, but now it's cut out, so I'll get it soldered and get these wires on. Next I've glued down the paper separator, and then I'll glue this piece down as well. So, here it is, all finished up. There you can see the side and the back as well. Looks quite nice, I think. Next thing, of course, try it out, see how it works. And I think what I'll probably do is turn this light off because it'll give a better effect. So, place the finger on there and let it charge up, and there he is. He's set off. He's now running. The little eyes are flashing. And of course, no battery, no solar, no nothing except my finger on there. And finally in the kitchen here, I've got the EcoFlow power station, which is charging a couple of devices at the moment. But he runs quite well on here. I put my finger there, he should start up. Yeah, you see the speed? And the brightness is quite good too in comparison. But that is running very nicely indeed.